about a year ago, I did a video, and I began to talk about instinct,
Yes.
and that's one thing that we all have to pay attention to.
No doubt, no doubt.
And sometimes I'm thinking, what is the difference between instinct and discernment?
Oh, yeah, right,
You know?
yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think they probably might be the same thing. Maybe instinct is like, we were talking to one of our good friends, Joanna, about that, going into a place or a situation and you just don't feel right. And I think we've all gone through that.
Yes, yes.
And you just don't feel right, whether you just feel agitated and everything about it just doesn't seem right. I think that's sort of like instincts,
Yes.
but then the knowledge of what it might be may be discernment.
I remember going into someone's home, and sometimes it's beautiful, very beautiful, brand new furniture,
Yes.
everything nice.
Yeah.
And you just don't get this feeling of home or just a welcoming feeling.
Well, we know because we're kind of looking at different houses right now. We're sort of like looking at our options of possibly leaving our home that we have grown to love and
Yeah.
has got a lot of love and life in it and
Yes.
certainly lots of laughter.
Yes.
And we notice when we go into certain homes,
Yes.
even though it's like beautiful and it's like in a great neighborhood, the house is in pristine condition, the price is right, it still doesn't feel right. And I'm not saying there's something like dark and spooky happening, but it just doesn't settle right with yourself.
Yes, sometimes.
Did you feel that? Because I know we kind of talked about that.
Yeah. We went to several houses, and then some, it's just like this warm feeling.
Right.
Whoever lived there.
Yes.
You know, there's a good presence or
Yes.
something. It just feels good.
Yeah, and it's almost like the house is accepting you at that point too.
Yeah.
Because we went to look at many homes, but there was this one home that really we fell in love with that was perfect for us.
Yes.
And of course, it's kind of out of our range right now. but
Yeah.
we knew that's at least the ideal
Yes.
situation.
Right, yes.
But we went to other houses that were bigger,
Yes.
cost a lot more, and it just didn't feel right. Even though it looked right,
Yes.
it just didn't feel right.
Right. And so what do you do with that? You know, sometimes, or either walking in a room of people, or you go to an event or something, or you're around certain people and you just get something that's a little off or something, or like, I just don't know
Yeah.
what that was or whatever. And then sometimes it's not always them, because I hear some people say, it just wasn't feeling right, or something's going on with
Right.
that person, and it might be them.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we want to get that straight
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of times just following your instinct, your feel for something, you go on an interview for a job or something, should I take this job?
Right,
You know,
right.
those type of things. What are you feeling inside?
Yeah,
And
just because it looks good on paper doesn't mean that it is good for
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think getting back to what you said, what may be the difference, and again, we're just pondering, thinking out loud,
Yes.
is that what's the difference between instinct and discernment? I think instinct is that feeling, that reception of that vibration or whatever you want to call it. And then the discernment comes where you're able to be wise enough and have enough life experience enough to know that, okay, this is what it is, or this may be what it is.
Yes.
That might be that. And of course, we also know that there are gifts of discernment
Yes.
as well that
Yes.
also need to be sharpened and worked on,
Yes.
and so forth. So, but yes, I would love to show that video if we could. Do you mind if we do it?
Yes.
Do you guys want to see it?
Oh, well, I don't mind, because I said. So did
You do mind? I just went right into it too.
Yes,
Well,
I
we're going to
don't
show
mind.
it whether she likes it or not, all right?
Yes.
So take us away.
Always trust your first gut instinct. As the old folks would say, follow your first mind. If you genuinely feel deep down in your heart and in your soul that something is wrong, something's off, or something's not right, don't ignore it. God has put an inward GPS system in us, and also He put invisible antennas. Follow that instinct. I remember going out on a date with a gentleman, high-end restaurant. Conversation was great, food was good, but I just had this deep inward feeling that, something's not right. Didn't know what it was. Went on a second date, same feeling. Went on a third date, I found out things about this gentleman that was not good. And as I think about it, on the first date, when I had that feeling, I should have just said, it was nice meeting you, and departed. I wasted his money, his time, my time. Hello, follow your first gut instinct.